back now with another reaction. We got DJ Academics speaks on Youngboy and I having industry friends in the basic Lil Uzi fell out. They do it.
I'll use A Boogie again. A Boogie's clearly friends or industry friends. I'm using friends like loosely. Friends with Uzi. Him and Uzi got a bunch of records. You get me? Now look at the other people who are popping in the industry and wonder why they haven't collaborated with Boogie. You think he never tried? What do you think happened? Bro, they're not friends like that. Like, you know what I mean? And again, it's a friends-driven league. Like, this is very much a friends-driven league.
Facts.
You know, some artists don't need the friends. Youngboy don't need friends. However, Youngboy's artists probably do, but they don't have friends either because they're connected to Youngboy. You get what I mean?
That's a fact, though.
It's a bunch of cliques that's running the hip hop.
I feel like that's a 6ix9ine thing too.
No, of course. Well, definitely, that's like the quintessential thing for 6ix9ine. He definitely don't got no fucking friends.
Yeah, his
career is built on that.
He really needed them. If I feel like if he had friends, he'd be alright.
He did before this shit went down.
Well, and by the way, and to speak on hip hop being a friends-driven league, remember why a lot of people said 50 Cent's career went down so quickly? That nigga didn't, as the tides were changing, he wasn't really, remember he used to beef with everybody. He wasn't really friends with all the new people that was like really popping. And that's why, like, you know, when people get cold, Jay-Z has done that pretty good. When people get cold, they rely on their friends. Okay, I'm gonna hop on your song,
Yeah.
Shit, look at Meek. Yo, like, we ain't hear from Meek in a while. You see Meek start popping up with the two hottest dudes, Dirk and Baby. You know why? They hang out all the time. They're in Atlanta all the time. Copper Cove. They're over here together. They're at a white party. They're, you know what I mean? It's friends. It's friends, brother. Like, you know,
everybody be in Atlanta, bro.
I'm saying friends, but it's like these little cliques.
For real, though.
The thing with like a 6ix9ine, I don't think the way he came in and he was dissing everybody, I don't think he thought he needed them.
Exactly.
I think it's the same with 50. When you're so hot, when you're the hottest, you think niggas need you.
Exactly.
It's not until you really cool down and you're like, oh shit,
Yo, me.
dope to have a feature from this other person who who's super stupid hot right now.
Oh me.
Yo, I got to do that question.
It's crazy though.
Yeah, what's up?
Niggas want to know, what do you think about Uzi? Did he fall off? His last single flop.
What was the last single?
What last?
I don't know. But that's what he's saying.
Demon High.
That's bad if you don't even know what the last single is.
That is kind of bad.
All right, okay.
Damn.
Was that a single?
I mean, it was an individually dropped song.
Yes, it had a video and everything. Come on.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
damn.
No.
I think
no.
trying different shit to see what works. I'm not necessarily sure if it was a single for real, but it did have a video.
Yo, not because you see a video means it's a single. I know this as a fact. I could tell you this as a fact. Super Gremlin ain't a fucking single.
What does that mean? What is a single then?
This is fact. This is what I'm telling you about Kodak is fact. Atlanta.
Nah, yeah, but
Asian Boy Kodak, it's not an album. It's not supported like that. Atlantic ain't supporting the motherfucking thing until they're rolling out his LP. Super Gremlin, the day after I did the interview, he sent it to me. I had it on my phone. It's crazy how it's going so big. I didn't think, you know what I mean? It was just kind of like a throwaway song because I knew he was dissing Jack Boy heavy on it, and I deleted like an hour and a half of the interview where he's talking about Jack Boy.
Oh,
so I'm like,
wait, I thought you deleted this song.
He's on the Jack Boy wave right now. And that shit's not fire, right? So Atlanta got behind it later. So now they're making it a single. But like, he's still in the mode where the label's looking at him as, you put out music until we're ready. They're not ready to put out an album for Kodak until I forgot when they told him, like, maybe.
But
like
we talking about Uzi though.
But
he got off track.
When Uzi's going, if Uzi's going, they're going with Uzi. You get me? They're not.
That's what we're saying. Like, he dropped the song with a video and everything.
Yeah, but that's not a single.
What is a single then?
If it was a single, you would see them use like. Remember that whole new Paddock shit? You could tell they were trying to make that shit the one. You feel me? Like this shit. They probably expected the hype of him to kind of like push it a little bit. They probably like threw it to DSPs to see if they would playlist it. Maybe they did or maybe they didn't, but they're not spending money on it. Like a single artist of Uzi's level, this is why it's hard to flop. They're gonna spend at least $500,000 in promo, or probably more than $1 million, because they're expecting that song to be big if it's a single.
It's a single, but it's not heavily marketed and promoted. You know what I mean?
You think Uzi is relying on that leak method too much?
Oh, the XO2 Life.
Yes. I see. Now we're getting there. Now we're getting
there. That's what it is.
Now we're getting there. Because a lot of times when artists think they have control is because they go in front of the label and the label plays catch up. So you look like you make the decision because you drop the song, and then the label, they're checking the numbers. They're like, is this catching on? Now, if they see it increasing or building, they're going to start spending money instantly. If they don't spend money, they're like, people weren't fucking with it. We're just going to waste money, right?
Yeah. But I'm kind of confused with this industry talk, man. I don't know what's going on.
Has seen how great the response has been to him when he fucking just leaks music or teases it. And yeah, he's playing up. I think the new Paddock on My Wrist shit, I think he went off, but I think the label bought into that too. They made that shit a single and spent a lot of money because of how great the snippet was.
Yeah.
Then they realized, no, that's not a Tour Life. You get me? So
that shit was still fire though.
Part of what Uzi and like Cardi does, like it's all snippet related and like previews and leaks. You know what I mean? Like shit, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think that's what Drake was trying to do this time around, because let's not act like it don't work. It worked for Drake last time around with God's Plan. That's when he knew that Scorpion was ready to go. God's Plan, like niggas started playing that shit at parties. Niggas was playing like the leaked version of the shit, and Drake was like, "Oh shit,
don't me."
This is it." So the leak shit kind of works. It's just I haven't seen it work recently.
You know what really could be going crazy with the leak? I might end it right here because it's getting too long. But you know who really could go crazy with the leak shit, bro? Youngboy, nigga. What? That's somebody that can go crazy with that shit. But y'all better tell me what y'all think about that in the comments, man. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, man. I'm out, man. I'm out.